About how to create a better social media profile, how to attract better quality people. Alex, I might need a tiny little bit more headroom if I sit up like with proper posture. But how to take your game when it comes to your social media profile and improve it. Can we tilt it up a little bit? All right, cool. Wonderful. Thank you. Before I do that, I know while everybody's jumping on, and we got a bunch of people coming on, I will let you know, whether you're watching live or replay around the world, one of the things that we are doing, I want you to look in your mail. You're going to receive something like this. This is another great GoPro Academy membership perk enclosed. You're going to get this around January 1st for all members. If you're a full member of GoPro Academy, you'll get this mailed to you. If you're a trial member at the time, in other words, you haven't converted to a full membership, then you'll have access to it online. But inside of here, the team put together a really incredible newsletter, GoPro Academy newsletter. And this month's newsletter is about promoting company conventions and events. It covers everything, well, not everything, but a lot of what you need to know about that. We talk about some global statistics of the top 10 direct selling global markets, how to become a world-class promoter. We talk about that training that we talk about. We talk about the book of the month that we're kind of recommending, kind of a book of the month club. We talk about the schedule for the next month, and we have some success stories and some best strategies that are included. This is just a perk. It's just something for fun that we're going to send out to members every single month. The team did a great job with that. So with that all said, I have a friend who's going to come and help you tune up your social media profile. He is the author of I Dare You, or as he says, I Dare You. Or I dare you. He lowers his voice. Like, he lowers his voice. I can't even really do it the same way he does it, but you'll see how he does it. He does it a lot. And when he talks about things, he talks about them with that inflection. He's laughing in the background. But he's from the UK. He happens to be in Australia, and he was really nice to get up at 5 a.m. Australia time. Actually, we're starting at 5 a.m. Australia time to be a part of this. So, yeah, we're going to ship this international. We're shipping this newsletter everywhere that members are. But he wrote the book, I Dare You, The Ultimate Guide to Building Your Network Marketing Business Using Social Media. He's become a good friend, and he has a great heart for helping people build their network marketing businesses. I know he wants to help you build your network marketing business. So let's welcome to the screen, Frazer Brookes. Frazer, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me.
I'm glad you're here. You're flying back to London today, yeah?
Yeah, I actually go back to Germany and then have 24 hours in Germany and then back to the UK for 36 hours and then, yeah, you know how it is.
You know how it is. Well, we want to help people. Let's talk about what's the importance. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, what I wanted to do, Eric, just real quick before we kind of dive into this, is you've just reached a really important milestone. And I think it's important that the guys celebrate that as a community. So, guys, what I'd love for you to do, if you can go into the comment section, and I would love for you to celebrate as if you had just hit 10 years of massive generic contribution, right? No one else has done it in network marketing at this stage in this generation, right? If you can go and do that, go and put a comment as if what you would love to see the most when you hit that milestone, if you were to hit that milestone, all right? So Eric, when he's just chilling out, when he ever gets a chance to chill out, he can go into those comments and, have a big smile on his face. Because Eric, I'm for one, this, that I think the word generic is Generation Eric. It's two words split into one. So I do genuinely really appreciate everything you've done for me and the entire industry. So, it means a lot to me.
You're very, very kind. 10 years generic, 31 years since I signed up as a distributor. But I will tell you, the last 10 years have been really exciting. It was 10 years yesterday that we started Network Marketing Pro. And I've got to tell you, with what we're doing inside GoPro Academy, I think we're going to take it to the next level. This group, we're going to see more success, more progress, more results than any group in the world, maybe other than the group that you mentor, Frazer. So talk about why is social media such an important thing, and let's just talk about social media in general first, and then we'll get into how do you put your best foot forward when it comes to the profile.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great place to start as well, because I think social media is a part of the process, not the entire process. I think it's very, very, very important to understand that. And I'm going to give you like a quick analogy about this. So back in the day, maybe I don't even know if I was alive back in the day, but 10, 15, 20 years ago, if you wanted to find yourself a date, whether it was a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you would call your friends up, you would go out to the local bar, you would have a couple of drinks maybe, then you would find a girl, and you would approach them and say, hey, can I buy you a drink? She would say no. You would ask her friends. She would say yes. You would then go for a dance. At the end of the night, you would ask for her number. You would then get your dial phone and you would call her the next day, and it would say this number's not been recognized. You would go out the next weekend and you would find someone, you call them, and you would go on date number 1, date number 2, date number 3, date number 4, date number 5. You would move in together. You would get a dog. You would get down on one knee. You would get married. You'd have a kid. You'd have kid number 2. You would watch your kids grow old, and you would, again, eventually help them. Well, not help them get kids, but see them grow and get kids themselves. Nowadays, people are at home. They get their phone in their right hand or their left hand, and they're using the other finger on their other hand, and they're swiping left or swiping right to find people. Network marketing used to be a talking business, and now it's a talking and typing business. It's a talking and texting business. So we swipe for matches. Some people are just swiping just to see if anyone else would match them instead of them deciding. Someone says, yes, I'm going to match you. I'm a match with you. And then it goes into finding things in common via text. Then it's date number 1, date number 2, date number 3, and so on and so on and so on. We don't get married to anyone until we meet them. Events, you've got to keep promoting the events. You've got to keep doing the fundamentals that's covered in GoPro, right? But the beginning of the process, the finding prospects aspect, has potentially become massively important on social media. So that's kind of how I would liken it to that, Eric.
Let me offer a couple comments on this. The fundamentals don't change.
Yeah.
And if you connect with any of the trainers in the network marketing profession, even the people who call themselves just social media specialists, what you'll see come back is a blend, number one, of social media and traditional face-to-face, belly-to-belly, and also a return to fundamentals no matter what. Fundamentals of finding prospects, inviting, presenting, following up, closing, getting them started, promoting events. We just using different tools to be able to do that. Before cell phones, we were using rotary phones. Before that, we were doing face-to-face. When fax machines came out, we were using faxes and fax blasts and fax back and all these different types of technologies in order to be able to do that. When holograms come out, we're going to be doing holograms in people's houses. When it's endless that as the technology changes, the fundamentals won't. That relationships are what we do. We're here to educate people to the point that they understand what it is that we have to offer. We are using the most powerful form of advertising in the world, which no matter what technology comes out, is still important, which is word of mouth advertising. And this is a tool. And if you're involved in this profession, you should be utilizing this tool in order to be able to maximize your reach. You know, and there's a continuum inside. I'll put it here so people see it in the box. There's a continuum. On one side, there is high touch, which is face-to-face, belly-to-belly, real relationships, you know, building trust, transferring belief, all that stuff. You have more retention there, but you don't have as much scale. And then on this side, which is all the social media stuff, all technology all the time, you have lots of scale, but you don't have as much trust and longevity if you never meet the people. So finding a blend in between there is what we're trying to do. And I got turned on to social media, I mean, really as a business tool 10 years ago. Long before other people were utilizing it much, other than just crazy spammers. You're putting some information out, and building a community around a passion was something that was very, very helpful. So I've learned a lot during this period of time, and today we're starting a 10-week series, a 10-week boot camp on social media related issues. And we wanted to start today with your image, your calling card, your brand. And Frazer, you've trained a lot of people around the world, helped make over their profiles. Matter of fact, for a while you were doing like $99, and you would do a makeover for them.
I was doing it for free. That's how I started. Yeah, so I did a free Facebook facelift.
Facebook facelift.
A Facebook facelift, your social media operation, yeah.
And then you use that to build relationship, and then they went into your membership programs or something?
Actually, Eric, you would probably slap me across the face, but it was, yeah, there you go. Congratulations, you're now ready to go. Go do it.
Yeah, good for you. Hey, listen, for 10 years I've been putting out free stuff and doing free stuff, so I'm not an enemy of free stuff. At some point, I do think that people need to take a step.
Yeah.
You know, like what we've done here inside of GoPro Academy. Take a step. It's not a big step, but in each one of these weekly courses, my goal is to have it be worth their investment of time and their investment of their dollars. So let's go over some of the fundamentals. And as we're doing this, I'm going to write here on the pad behind me some of these things, and hopefully the people who are watching at home will take notes as well when it comes to the topics that you're going to be covering. So you've got some fundamentals. Go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, cool. So guys, first and foremost, it's important to understand that this is all using your personal profile on Facebook. Some of the fundamentals will go and move over to Instagram and your business page and stuff, but this is Facebook profile.
And why are we starting with Facebook first?
To be honest, me personally, I just find that Facebook is the most used for all demographics.
It converts the best, I think.
It's a value platform. Instagram's a lifestyle platform. YouTube's an entertainment platform. And I just believe that network marketing is the most valuable industry on the planet. The stock markets and Wall Street, they're all in it for themselves. Network marketers are in it for, one another and help other people. So, I genuinely believe that. I just think it's a great place to learn social media. Then you can move on from there. But yeah, I think also the second thing is to make the commitment to yourself that you're actually going to do this, right? You're going to actually do this. And if you do, yeah, this training alone is going to be 5 years worth of GoPro Academy membership. All right. So the first step is you've got to really understand your target market, right? And we hear about that a lot, like what's your avatar, what's your target market? And your target market on social media is you. So grab a piece of paper, grab a pen or pencil, depending on where you are, and just draw a line right down the middle. And on the left-hand side, write down things that you are, that makes up who you are. So your age, your sex, have you got family? Are you married? Right? Where do you live? There's me using my voice, Eric. And then on the other side of the piece of paper, I want you to write down your interests and passions. Too many people I see on social media, it's a bit of a rant, but I'm going to go there, right? Too many people on social media are trying to become someone they feel they need to become so that people will join them. And I'm here to tell you this, be yourself. In fact, I dare you to be 100% yourself. You've most likely seen The Greatest Showman, right? And there's that movie scene, This Is Me. She is 100% herself. She's got a flipping beard, right? And it's a worldwide phenomenon, right? Authenticity is your number one weapon on social media. It's the easiest thing for me to tell you to do, and most likely the hardest thing for you to actually do.
Let me ask you a question on this, Frazer.
Yeah.
On this, understand your target market. What I coach people to do is find something that they're passionate about.
Yeah.
And that's part of the target market for them. They may be passionate about automobiles or fashion or travel or whatever. Get specific as you can on that passion, and that becomes your target market because that starts to brand you. Is that something that you agree with or disagree with?
100%, Eric. It's one of those things. I'm glad you went there because, guys, if you've got 15 passions and interests, try and pick 1 to 3 of those and stick with that, because you need to specialize and not generalize. You really do. People go to Eric, they're like, right, anything to do with network marketing, Eric Worre. People come to me, anything to do with social media, Frazer Brookes. People go, you just go to different people for different things. You need to become that person. Oh, but Frazer, Eric, I'm not good in front of the camera. I was awful. I didn't smile. I hated my own smile. Someone who doesn't smile is not so fun, right? It's just not.
I want to see some old videos of you. You're looking terrible.
Eric, my number one biggest regret is that I didn't document the beginning of my journey because I was afraid of watching it back, and I cringed when I watched the videos. Right? You know how it is, right? You know how it is.
I do.
Yeah. So yeah. So
because I can't imagine you not like having a fun personality, doing what you were doing. But let me comment one thing on this. If it's not in your other points, let me comment on the passion part of it. Get as specific as you can get.
Yeah.
So if you're into cars, that's too generic. What kind of cars? What brand? Pick a brand. What color? Pick the color. Instead of yoga, maybe it's goat yoga or it's Bikram yoga. Instead of travel, maybe it's traveling on a shoestring budget. As specific and detailed as you can get with your passion will be easier for you to attract your audience. So I would just ask everybody that's watching this to, in these tips, and we're going to use that to go through some makeovers, and a lot of you volunteered, so we're picking some of you in order to be able to do that specifically. But in this is part of what is going to be your front-facing thing, and some of you want this thing to be network marketing. Some of you want this thing to be entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship, it can be, if that's really your passion, but find something that's so authentic that posting about it is a piece of cake. Curating information around it is a piece of cake. Finding good articles and videos around it is a piece of cake. So as the more specific, the better to get better results. So back to you, Frazer.
Yeah, and there's a saying, niches to riches. I mean, we call it niches, but niche.
It doesn't work. Niches to riches.
Niches to riches doesn't work. So niches to riches, get specific, but don't let it hold you back, right? If you have to post your way to figure that out, go and do that, because doing something is better than nothing. Low production is better than no production, right? Just get into that habit of posting daily, which we're going to cover in a sec. All right. But understanding your target market, we spend a bit of time talking about that because it's so important. It's the foundation. We want to build a house on concrete, not on sand. Right. So that's important. The second step is your profile photo. Right. And there's just some basics to follow on here, really. Number one is just have the photo of you. Right. No partners, no pets. No kids. I know it's brutal. You're like, but I love my kids. Well, you can post photos of your kids. You can put it on your cover photo, but your profile photo has to be. You've got to look at it, not necessarily how it looks like in the profile photo part of your profile, but what it looks like in that little circular thumbnail when you're going and commenting on other people's posts, right? So if there's like 4 people in the little comment, you don't stand out. If it's a load of partners and pets, and if your name's Chris and there's 2 of you, which one's Chris? Is it male or is it female? Always smile. Don't have sunglasses on. Don't have a non-smiley face. Let people see the whites of your eyes.
Hold on one second, Frazer. Can you show Frazer's profile picture? And then pull mine up and show mine.
Eric's is a really good one. Eric's is a great one. And it's funny, guys, if you go and look at all the influencers in the world, they all follow the formula that I'm kind of going through. It's just of them. There's no distracting background. There's no distracting foreground. It's usually a close up, right? If you want to really
makes it recognizable.
Yeah, it's recognizable, right? Mm-hmm. And if you want to really step it up, have a contrast. So wear a red t-shirt, like a bright red t-shirt, or, if you've got light features, have a dark background. If you've got dark features, have a light background. So when people are scrolling, they go, ooh, yellow, ooh, red, ooh, orange. Like, ooh, there's a contrast there, right? But again, don't think you have to go and get a professional photo shoot in order to have a killer profile photo. Right? Don't let it.
And here's the story that I tell. Have you figured out how to show that or not? Yeah. Here's the story. So you can see mine there. It pops out pretty easily. The cover photo is just a picture. We were just in Brisbane a little bit ago. That's my profile picture on every social media platform. And I'm thinking of changing it because I have a new one. But I'm nervous because that's kind of recognized. Yeah. Pull up Frazer's real quick.
And Eric, I have had that profile photo and you've had yours for such a long time, and I'm a great believer in not changing it. Let people just get used to that smile, get people used to that face, so people will
even with that one, I know Frazer's got his phone in there, but me personally, I'd probably like to see a little bit more of a close up for Frazer, even.
Yeah, I need to get a Photoshop, man. I need to get a photo. You're right. My other profile, my business page has the closer one up.
Yeah, like this
one. I think it might be a little bit too close. It's not really.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
there is one exception, Eric. There is one exception. If you are a male and you are in a relationship and you are thinking about prospecting women, I actually recommend you having a photo with you and your partner, because these days there's too many people too many men adding women and just saying hi, or can I, are you single? Or would you like to see a picture? And it's like, oh, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Whereas if there's just a little bit of more trust, if it's man and woman, if it's couple. Right? So just bear that in mind for you.
You could do that. You could do that. You can also make sure that you're loudly branded as married.
Yeah.
With a link to that person on the page, because anybody who's married is not going to use that with a link to that person on their profile, is going to use that platform to go prospect a date. Because it would be too easy to get outed inside of that situation. One of the stories that I tell is I was in Southern California, and we were sitting in a little beach house, and it was a kind of a stormy day. It wasn't a great day, but there was two young ladies out on the beach, and they literally spent 8 hours taking pictures of each other. They just did not stop. 8 hours, and I don't want this to sound mean or anything, but they weren't like Victoria's Secret models. But I promise you, there was a couple out of those pictures that was amazing. A couple of them were unbelievable. They caught their eye, it was very flattering, caught their spirit. I will tell you, everybody watching this, if you take 100 photos of yourself, other people taking it and you taking it, different backgrounds, different environments, you jumping, you laughing out loud, you smirking, you being serious, you turning around and looking surprised at them, you jumping up and down. You take 100 of them, there's going to be one that's amazing. And if you want to clean that up a little bit with Photoshop, do it. If you need to put a different contrast background on there, do it. But I don't understand how to do that stuff, and I figured out how to be recognizable. You can too. So it's just what too many people do is they say, well, I have to put a profile picture up. So they pull their phone out and they just go click, and that's the photo that they put up there, and they don't even give themselves a chance to look at as good as they could look.
You know what? So, it's funny, Eric. I've actually never done a selfie where I fire off a load. I don't know if it's just me, but like I've got into a state now. It's taken me a long time, guys, like a really long time. But I've literally got into a state now where I really don't care what other people think about me. This is kind of who I am, and like if people like that, then it's all good. If they don't, because I'm a great believer in we wouldn't have celebrities if we didn't have insecurities, and it works the other way around, right? We look to others. We look to the Kardashians for the perfect life. We look to the celebrities for the perfect life because we're not living it. You are living it, and there's now power. There is now literally power in living an authentic, real life, because people are starting to get, there's a massive shift happening. I can see it. People are starting to become more appealing and more attracted to people who are their next door neighbor, right? Because they're becoming more comfortable. I'm starting to see that shift massively. And that's one of the reasons why I'm staying on Facebook more than Instagram, because it's the opposite over there. I'm a massive believer in that.
Well, and what I wanted to kind of frame here when we're talking about this with the profile photo, make sure you got good lighting.
Yes.
Either take photos yourself, but most of you know someone who's a photographer, even if they're an amateur photographer. Mm-hmm. Find a cool location, get a great headshot, get a good close-up of you. Take enough that you could even take the top 4 and you could put it up as a poll on your social media, and you can ask people to vote. Which one is the best one to represent who I am and represent myself to the world? Let them vote. You'll be surprised what people will respond with. So if you have glasses, maybe it's not glasses. Maybe it's looking up, mine's looking up because, I have such a fat face, that looking up actually helps a little bit. It's true. I have like a watermelon head, man. It's so bad. But so, mine's like, hey, look at, like, oh, yeah.
Look at your head. Can't stop looking at your head now.
I know, like, it's like, it's as round as it is tall. Like, my God. It's like Charlie Brown. Yeah, yours is taller. Look at how tall yours is. How round mine is compared to how tall yours is.
I was like putting a vice, I think, as a kid, and it just elongated.
Completely unfair.
Yeah.
All right. So profile picture. I think we got that. Just do the work. Here's my assignment. Yeah, I keep looking at the monitor instead of the camera. Sorry. Do the work. Take 100 photos. Do it as quick as possible. Put it up on your social media profile. Take the top 4 or top 2 or top 3 or whatever, and then do a little poll and ask people which profile represents me the best. Which one do you like the most? And get a response from that. Yeah.
And Eric, like, this community is awesome, right? And I hope you guys watching this, this is a safe environment. This is a contribution environment, right? In my experience, there's three stages of you building your business. There's the intensity, where you go hard for one day and it kind of tails off. Then the second stage is consistency, where you do something each and every single day and you start to progress. The third stage is what Eric's mastered a lot, and there's a lot of the top income earners have, and that's the contribution stage, where you're giving and giving and giving, you're contributing to others. So, Eric, why not after this live, you maybe make a post and just ask for people to post their profile photos.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, and I'll come in and I'll just I'll give an emoji.
As soon as this live is over, we'll put up a post and ask people to put their profile pictures, and we'll put some comments.
Nice, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I'd love to see that.
All right, fantastic. Right, let's go to number 3.
Number 3 is the cover photo. So the cover photo is, I want you to treat it like your social media billboard, right? So it's a place for you to advertise who you are, not what you do, in terms of, hey, I'm involved in company X and here's my suite of products. Like, no, let's not do that. And I'm kind of going to explain why not to do that in a sec. But this is your chance to show, like, who you are. Like, are you a mom? Are you a family man? Are you a traveler? Are you a sports enthusiast? And this is one thing that I've been teaching a lot, and it does make a massive difference. Go to Canva or Fiverr.com. I use Fiverr because I just love paying $5.
Spell Canva.
Canva, yeah, Canva. I'm not going to try and teach Canva because I'm not very good at that sort of thing.
Canva, that is a site, and they're putting it up there. That will help you design cool stuff.
Yeah, so you can go. There's like a Facebook cover photo template, and you can kind of just throw in different text. Oh, nice! It's on the screen. That looks nice. Oh, that's real nice. That was quick. So, and the other site is Fiverr.com. So this is where you can get things done for $5 and then a few fees, so maybe $6 or $7. So all the cover photos that I use are all done on Fiverr. Now, when you're creating a cover photo, just bear in mind the majority of people create the cover photo for desktop, but the majority of people view the cover photo on a mobile phone. And the sizing and dimensions are a little bit smaller. So just be sure that if you do go on Fiverr, tell them, hey, I want a Facebook cover photo optimized for Facebook mobile. And it'll be elongated, but the content will be in the middle. Make sure your profile doesn't cut it off. But I would love for you to have another photo of yourself. So not the same photo as your profile photo. Have your name in there, and then maybe 1 to 3 different things about you. So it could be a photo of myself, Frazer Brookes. Don't obviously use a photo of me for your cover photo. Just making that click. A photo of myself, Frazer Brookes, network marketing coach, social media strategist, world traveler, right? It could be Bob Jones, family man, sports enthusiast, like food lover. So it gets your chance for people to go, oh, I'm the same as him. I'm the same as her. Not just a photo of a quote. Not just a photo of an exotic beach. Because that tells you absolutely nothing. And that is the biggest part of your entire profile in terms of like volume and of space. It's your chance to tell people who you are, what you love, and what you're all about, instead of, oh, here's a great beach. No, it's your chance. So use that space effectively. great believer in that. It's one massive change that you can make that will make a difference. Because, guys, what I want you to think about is I want you to treat your social media profile like like a landing page. Like a landing page is somewhere where a lot of you guys have been on one. You go onto it, you're on the internet, you see a Facebook ad or whatever, you go over to it, and then you're asked to give your name and email address, right? And, the people who have these websites, they cover the stats like, right, we've got 20% conversion. So 20% of people who come onto the website, they leave their name and email. Congratulations, great. We need to improve that to 30%. The same thing applies with your Facebook profile, where you are going to be driving traffic to your profile for free, right? For free, just using the content and commenting out there. And then people are going to be so enthralled with the story that you're telling and who you are that it's going to kick out the people who are not interested, right? So you're not going to have to connect with those people, but then it's going to want the people who want to connect with you to add you, like you, engage with you. And you can go over to my profile and you can go and see the amount of engagement that I get just because I'm so niched down into myself and to what I love talking about the most. So yeah, the cover photo is key.
People are asking for show a cover, for example, which we'll do. We're going to do some profile type stuff, but here's what we would want the photo to represent is a visual representation of who you are, what you love.
Yeah.
If you love travel and being the best parent, being a super parent and, Louboutin shoes, fine. Whatever that is, the more specific, the better. I mean, we talk about 1 to 3, but even in that, let me just give you my 2 cents on that, Frazer. We talk about pick 1 to 3 passions, but really, if you want to really brand yourself, you're going to find that one of those 3 ends up taking up all of your brand space. You can be we have a Pomsky dog as an example. It's half Pomeranian, half Husky. If you were a Pomsky aficionado, right? And you could post, you would attract every single person in the world that was into Pomskys. You could do Pomsky photos, and you could call yourself the Pomsky King or whatever. You could still be post stuff about your family and be a family person. You could still be a person who loves travel, but your dominant one is what you're going to become known for. You're going to become known as the red Ferrari person. You're going to become known as the entrepreneurship for kids person. You're going to be known as the travel on a shoestring budget person. And you'll have the other things that you love as well. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. And Eric, I think it's important for us to mention at this time is that a lot of people might be thinking, does my passion need to align with the product I'm in? Or, the passion I've got doesn't align with my product.
It can, but it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to be, no. It can do. If it does, then yeah, maybe that's a Brucey bonus. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't matter.
Call that? A Brucey bonus?
Yeah, Brucey bonus. Yeah, sorry. There was a guy called Bruce Forsyth in the UK.
Brucey bonus.
He's
I've never heard that before.
Odd.
Huh?
Yeah. I think that might have been the first time I said it, and I kind of instantly regretted it. And then you picked me up on it, and now I'm thinking,
Brucey bonus.
A Brucey bonus.
All right, cool.
That's going to stick, isn't it?
Nothing like a Brucey bonus.
Nothing like a Brucey.
we need to like start a new thing. Frazer says, join network marketing, and you'll have a Brucey bonus.
No,
is it BRUCY? Everybody, please do me a favor and post on Facebook #Brucey bonus BRUCIE. Is CIE?
I'm not going to give you any help with
this. #Brucey bonus #Frazer Brookes.
It should have been a Brooksy bonus instead. I probably
a Brooksy bonus.
I can see on the screen. He's going and finding a Brucey bonus. Oh, you guys!
All right, everybody, help me out. Brucey bonus. I'm seeing all the hashtags. It's IE, or Y. I don't care. Hashtag that
man,
stuff
that's
up.
too fun. And guys, that is another key to social media. Have fun. Just have fun. Don't take things too seriously. It's just, yeah. People love fun. People love fun.
All right, so we've gone through 3 things, and we've gone for 42 minutes, and we got to get to our makeovers. So come on, man. What's number 4?
Yeah, we're going to be here till tomorrow for sure. I'm going to miss my flight. So number 4 is about me, the about me section, and this is actually the most important part. People don't think this, but they think, oh well, the profile and the cover photo, it's the biggest, so it's the most important. Well, no, it's not actually, because the about me section is people want to know, well, what do they do?
Is it most important or is it not most important?
I believe it's the most important. Yeah,
okay.
Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Yeah, it's the most important. Because people are going to, ooh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Now, if you've got there Diamond Unicorn Ambassador Builder for Company X, and this is controversial, this is a bit conflicting, and maybe company owners might not like me saying this, but I'm going to say it's not good, because I'm going to tell you this story, right? So I was in my office at the time, and I was living at home. My office was at home at the time. I was grinding away. I was 22, and my sister brings Daisy, who's my niece, who was 1 year old at the time, into the home. My mum and dad weren't there, and she said, "Hey, you're going to have to look after Daisy." And you know how it is. You're grinding away. You're like, yeah, that's fine. Not really paying attention. All of a sudden, 10, 15 minutes go by. I get the most horrific smell whispers across my nose, right? And I'm thinking, oh, what is that? So I open the window, thinking, oh, it'll pass. A few minutes later, Daisy starts to cry uncontrollably. And the smell is just so consistent, and it clicks. And I go, oh no. She's done a number 2, hasn't she? This is not good. I have no idea what I am doing. So what I did is I got her, I picked her up, and I kind of shook her like a martini, like I was making a martini cocktail or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that stinks. Anyway, put her on the floor, and I got my laptop. I opened the lid of the laptop, and I went over to Google, and I literally asked Dr. Google how to change a nappy or a diaper, whatever. And it gave me the steps, and I believed the steps, and I followed the steps because I didn't want to tell my family. So the reason why I say that story is that if people don't know what you do and you're there and you've given it away, people will go and go, ooh, what is Company X? And unfortunately, guys, Eric knows this more than many. There are guerrilla marketers out there. Guerrilla marketing, I don't know if that's the right word really, but guerrilla marketers out there who are putting Company X is a scam, so that they know prospects and distributors are going to click on it and go, ooh, is it really? But at the bottom of the blog is always a link to their own company, right? So don't give the game away. People need you. You need to be indispensable in this process. People need to reach out to you and say, hey, what is it that you do? So in the About Me section, put, maybe say self-employed, or I like to say CEO of, director of, manager of, owner of, founder of, because they're higher level, they're higher status level titles, okay? And then it could be of my own business or working from home, or it could be a link to your business page. Mention where you live and where you're from. If they're both the same, that's fine. Because if people come on and go, ooh, I've lived in Liverpool. Oh, I've got family in Liverpool. Oh, I've traveled to Liverpool. Oh, the Beatles. Oh, the best football team in the world lives in Liverpool, right? Or they're from Liverpool, right? So then people kind of relate to it. People relate to it. If you're in a relationship, mention that if you want. I suppose the only real benefit of that is if you're prospecting the different sex, there's that trust. But the most important part of that is the bio. You get about 140 characters above your About Me section where you live and stuff like that to write like a little headline. Don't write, unicorn builder for Company X and top 32 income earner. Like, I just don't believe in that, but I believe you should start it with on a mission to helping people to
On a mission. On a mission. To. Everybody write that down. On a mission. On a mission. To.
Yeah, because people love people who are on a mission. Turn your mission into a movement, because movements create massive momentum, and you cannot compete with a movement. GoPro Academy is a mission, and it's a movement, right? The GoPro community is a mission, it's a movement, right? Your network marketing career is a mission, it's a movement. Your tribe is a mission, it's a movement, and it's fundamental you do that in my opinion. So on a mission to help 100 families lose 1,000 kilos, on a mission to reduce 1 million wrinkles, on a mission to do X, Y, on a mission, mine is on a mission to raise the professionalism of network marketing done on social media.
So wouldn't the on a mission too needs to relate to the passion that's on that cover photo, yeah?
Exactly. Everything's linking up now. People are going
on a mission to raise the profile of palm skis around the world.
Exactly.
On the mission to make goat yoga the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, exactly.
On a mission to spread the red Ferrari love across the universe.
On a mission to earn more Brucey bonuses.
On a mission to earn more Brucey bonus. I think we're going to have the Brucey Awards at the next GoPro Recruiting Mastery.
No chance.
No Bruceys.
Chance. And guys, if people are struggling with the whole on a mission thing, then switch it up for helping people. So helping people too, right? It's not as powerful, but again, people like people, and you want to attract people who want to help other people. Because at the end of the day, guys, we're in this business to help other people. It's the whole contribution game. That's the most powerful stage. I would say obviously intensity, consistency, and then contribution. The moment I started giving was the moment my entire life changed. And I think social media.
I think the bio is less about you and more about the contribution you want to leave.
Eric, it's all about that. So even when it comes to posting, one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is they're posting to try and impress people, instead of posting to, or they're posting things like, oh, that would be an amazing shot. You know what? I'm going to go to the Grand Canyon. I'm going to go find the most amazing spot. I'm going to take this great photo. I'm going to take 78,000 photos. I'm going to find the best one. I'm going to filter it up. That's going to get 1 million likes. Come on. But what's actually more powerful is you telling the story of how you got to the Grand Canyon, that it was a dream of mine. Right? And that say, if I can do it, you can too. Don't post to impress yourself and other people. Post to give that aha moment to other people.
Wait, now we're going past the bio.
Yeah, the bio's way gone, mate. The bio,
right. No, okay, bio's way gone. All right, so but I get what you're taking there. So
Number 5,
about me is really, really big. Let people know what you are, because here's why. We're trying to help people connect with you, like-minded people, to find you. If you're really into The Walking Dead, or you're really into the Manchester United football team, or you're really into the Minnesota Vikings, or you're really into whatever it is, let them know that you're really into that. And other people who are really into it will find you. And they go, oh, this person's like me. They're really into this, adopting kid journey or whatever. You pick the passion, but let them ease it. Too many people get really generic with this. I want to help people. My bio, whatever. So I can't really. Me too, but everybody can say me too to that. The more specific you can get, the better.
Yeah, I agree. And that you just made the big bingo moment there. It's people who are like, oh, I'm like you. I like this person, right? And relatability is the easiest way to get there. Should we move on to number 5?
Yeah, number 5. Hit it.
All right. Okay, so having a clean timeline, guys. So this is one thing that not many people are doing, but when people are scrolling through your timeline, they need to see like a consistent kind of story. And a lot of the time, gets messed up when people tag you in things, or you go to an event and there's just a load of random photos. People don't really care about that. They more care about the lifestyle that you're putting out there and the value that you're giving. So one thing that I do, and I actually genuinely recommend this, is you need to be in control of every single post that hits your profile. So if you go into the settings section on your profile, maybe I can do a little walkthrough of this. Alex, am I in a situation where if I share my screen,
hit it.
Okay, cool. Right. So this is what I recommend you guys to do. Let's go onto the profile. And then you hit this little button here. Then timeline settings. It'll come up to timeline and tagging. Then in the review section.
Can you make your screen a little bit bigger?
Can I zoom in?
Yeah. Great.
Is that better?
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. So do you need me to start again?
No, go ahead.
Real quick. Okay. All right. Cool. Sorry. Timeline settings, timeline and tagging, review. Make sure these are on, right? Because what that's going to do is if anyone tags you or anything like that, it won't automatically post it onto your timeline, right? Now, if there's a good one, you can then accept it and allow it. And the reason why I do that is because if I go to an event, hundreds of people are tagging me in. Like, for example, if this appears on my post, this doesn't really tell anything to my audience, right? If they're coming onto my profile. But if I like it, I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I can add it to the timeline, and then it will appear to the timeline. And the reason why I say I do that again is because those people might not post things that are relative to your niche, your target market. So if it's all like, great, theme, niche, and then pow, like just a random tagged post, it can confuse people. And
I have more items to review than you do. You only have 366. I have 405. So,
well, I'm gonna beat you on that one. I'm gonna make sure of it. That's my next goal.
We have a
guys.
lot
You
of
might have realised me and Eric are quite competitive. So yeah. And who let us know in the comments who would like to see an industry record. Who would like to see like 4,000, 5,000 people on one big live? I'm curious, Eric.
Oh, really? You think you can pull it off, huh?
I'm going to need you. I can't do it on my own.
Okay, like a combined deal.
I'm going to need you.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, we got to take things to the next level. But yeah, clean time. That's just a thing that I've found that really helped me, because just made things so clean. And also, there's something called the power of likability, guys. And the power of likability is when someone scrolls down.
Is that still part of number 5?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so likability.
Yeah, the law of likability, the power of likability. That when someone starts scrolling down your feed, and people now are just so tuned in to just seeing, not even reading the post. They'll look at the number of likes, comments, and shares it gets, right? Even Facebook, when you're like running ads, they will look at that too, because it creates relevance. So what people are going to do is, if people scroll down and go, ooh, post number 1, 10 likes, post number 2, 20 likes, post number 3, 30 likes, post number 4, 15 likes, right? It's consistent, like you're getting 10, 30 likes there or thereabouts. This guy, got it going on. Now, if there's a haymaker in there and someone just posts a selfie and puts hashtag Brucey bonus in there and it gets 2 likes, people will not look at the person who posted it, but because it's on your wall, they will go, 10 likes, 15 likes, 20 likes, 2 likes. Maybe they haven't got as much influence as I thought, right? So eventually, this is going to grow and grow and grow. Now me, I get 400, 500, 600, 1,000, 2,000 likes. So people, when they don't even look at the post, they just go, I need to follow this dude because clearly something's going right for him and the people who are following him. Right? So just bear that in mind. Clean things up. You need to be in control of the content. Right? Otherwise, it's like you having a...
Let me also... There's a great book which you should read, Frazer. Most people won't read it, but it's called The Name Above the Title. It's very difficult to find. It's from Frank Capra, famous movie director. Yeah. And he said in movies there's one cardinal sin or one commandment, and that is thou shalt not be boring. Whatever it is that you do in your timeline, just don't be boring. Be edgy, be fun, be funny, be snarky, be something. Be remarkable, be commentable, be shareable, be likable. Because that does create some social proof. I mean, when you look at my personal profile, if I look at it, is followed by 128,798 people. Just a personal profile. Right, and the Network Marketing Pro page is like 1.9 million, I think. So something like that, 1.9 million. But my personal page, 128,000 people or so. And what is that? When people look at that, they go followed by. He didn't even, because I'm only friends with 1,650 people. At the beginning, I raced to 5,000, then I just decided to just be friends with my real friends. And, yeah. Right.
If they cleanse their brain, if they cleanse... People come to me and they say, Frazer, you don't want to do that. You're brainwashing people. I'm like, well, do you have a bath for the body? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, sometimes you got to have a bath for the brain. And I think it's just, I think it's very important that people cleanse their friends list. So if you add 10 people a day, delete 5, because what you'll find is your news feed will be of new people every day instead of the same old people, the same people in your same company. And it's like, how am I going to build a business on social media? Everyone I see is in the same company as me.
I want to talk about one thing in regards to this, because this is a hot topic. And put us both up on screen, please. I want to get your feedback on this.
Yeah.
I think too many people, when it comes to cleaning up their profile and their timeline, they also need to clean up their friends list. I don't know if this is one of your 8. Is this one of your 8 things?
Yes, and yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, it's not.
So I think it's a huge mistake to fill up your friends list with people in your company.
Yeah,
because
Eric,
and explain to people why that's a mistake and what they need to do about it if their friends list is filled with upline, downline, crossline, company owner, all that stuff. What do they do?
So Facebook will see like relevance. Relevance is a huge thing, right? Like on Google, you type in something and the top result is the most relevant one, not always the best result. So if you have more than 20% of your Facebook friends in the same company, whether it's upline, downline, crossline, then Facebook will go, ooh, you clearly all like company X. So when there is a post about company X, or when someone else makes a post from company X about whatever it is, there's a high likelihood that you're going to see that post. Now, if you've got social media to build your business, you are not going to be able to grow your business with people who are already in your company. Hey, Bob, just curious, would you be open to an exciting opportunity? Yeah, what is it? And you kind of go into it. Oh, I'm already in. Like, come on. It's draining. So it's not the number of friends you have. It's what you've got to do is you've got to aim for the highest percentage possible of people and friends list that you're connecting with. I would rather see you have 100 friends and you be connected with all 100 than have 5,000 friends and you be connected with 100, because Facebook are going to love you for it. That's one of the rules of mine. Every single person on my friend list, I've had a conversation with. And I've never had 5,000 in my entire life.
Yeah, at the beginning, everybody raced to 5,000. That was like the status symbol. That's how you knew you were somebody on Facebook, is when you had 5,000. It's like, wow, look at all the people they know. I mean, it was the equivalent back then of likes and comments and shares. But let's say a person has 20% or more of their current friends list is in their company. What do they do?
They're going to need to get brutal. And I know this is going to be hard to hear, guys, but you can communicate with people in your company in the messenger and in the groups, right? it's time to just understand it. Like, hey guys, like, I love you. Like, just because we're friends on Facebook and now we're going to be unfriended, it doesn't mean we're friends, right? I'm going to still connect with you in the messenger. We're going to communicate in our group, in our community, because what that does is it actually increases the engagement and communication in your Facebook group, your team or your company Facebook group, right? Because people are communicating in there rather than like with each other, like as friends on Facebook, right?
So wait, so for clarity, are you saying that either tell people you're going to connect with them inside of the team Facebook group or the company Facebook group, or start your own?
Or start your own, yeah. As long as it doesn't dilute your community and your mission.
Yeah, start your own Facebook group. Maybe it's a private or closed Facebook group just for your team. You can add your upline and downline.
Yeah, I think it depends on what stage you're at, Eric. I think if you're maybe below 50K a year, maybe even 100K, if you're not a six-figure income earner, leverage, there's a saying, right? Make up and leverage what you lack in ability. So leverage other groups that are already out there. Okay, don't get hung up on having to create the next best thing when there's something already there. Just so for example, if you're a part of a group and your upline maybe has a team of 1,000 people, you're responsible for 300 of them, 400 of them, and people are in that group because they're in your downline or they're in the upline or the crossline of that team, then you can communicate with them all on there, right? If you've got a crossline who's not a part of your group and you want to be an accountability buddy with those people, then yeah, great. They may be one of the people on the friends list that you're going to be able to communicate. Because if you've got 1,000 friends, you've got room for 200 people who can be like official friends until it starts to get a little bit messy. You don't have to abide by the rules to succeed on social media. It just means that the people you're going to see on your timeline aren't necessarily going to be people who are already in your company. Is that a little bit clearer?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the issue is making sure I would shoot for maybe 10% of your total friends list inside your company. I wouldn't try and get it right to 20, and make sure you're interacting with people. And you might need to send out a message to your friends in your company that says, listen, I'm cleaning this up because I want my profile to be primarily to have interactions with prospects. So you can find me over here. You can still follow, and we're not unfriended in real life. I'm just using this as a platform, and I suggest you do the same thing because this is what Facebook kind of requires for us to do for us to optimize the experience.
Yeah,
right, cool. Let's go to number 6, 7, and 8, and let's get into some makeovers.
Yeah. So just guys, make sure you understand that social media is a story that we tell through the content we create. So again, like Eric said, like we want to have like 1 to 3 topics, but we want to be known for one thing. So there's 3 types of posts you want to kind of focus on in regards to this once you've cleaned things up. My favorite one, and you guys will see this when you go see my profile, is text only based posts.
Is this number 6 or is this the 3 different kinds?
Yeah, this is number 6. Yeah, so like just like the 3 types of posts.
3 types of posts.
This is, although we've cleaned the profile, once we've cleansed, we now just need to just add some stuff in there just to make sure that after a few weeks, it's just solid. It's just good stuff, the right stuff. Because people go like, Frazer, I've got loads of junk photos of me. Should I delete them all? You should probably delete about 40 posts. Like, make sure you go like post number 1, post number 2, post number 3. Go down about 40 and just remove anything that's just bad or giving the game away, or hide it. You don't have to delete it.
It's okay to go back and clean up.
I believe so, especially if you've got drunk photos, you doing inappropriate things, just stuff like that, or maybe you're giving the game away, so you got it cranking. People are like, what is this? What does this guy do? And they scroll. Oh, that's what they do. But also, if you're someone who's jumping around company to company and you've got one post about company X and then company Y and company Z, yeah, you're not going to look so good.
The other thing I would say in your About Me section is used to be a distributor in this company and this company and this company and this company, and now a distributor in this company.
Yeah.
So putting your network marketing work history in that about me, I think, is a mistake.
Yeah, for sure. All
right. So 3 types of posts. One is text only.
Text only, under 85 characters. So guys, I'm going to give you my favorite post, and I almost guarantee, I don't like using the word guarantee in network marketing, but I almost guarantee it'll be the best performing post you've ever done, right? Almost, apart from the milestone posts. And I don't want, this is a dangerous thing for me to do, I don't want you all to go and post it right now, right? Just diarize it over the next couple of weeks or so. And the post is, if you are seeing this post right now, I just want you to know that I appreciate you in my life, right? That's the post. If you're seeing this post right now, I just want you to know that I appreciate you, or I appreciate you in my life, right? That's it. You will notice people coming out of the woodwork. Facebook love that post because it's a post that makes them go, ooh, this is a family post. And Facebook's about, helping you connect yourself to your friends and family to keep them updated. If you use that, you will see. I promise you. Right? Now,
hold on. So say it again, because I'm going to post it right now and see what happens.
Okay, right? So Eric's allowed to post it now, guys. If you guys can hold off for a week or two, right? If you are seeing this post right now, or if you are seeing this post, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you in my life. You're not a one-finger typer, right, Eric?
No, but I appreciate you in my life. Takes me. I'm over the limit.
You are? No.
Yeah.
So what have you written out?
If you are seeing this post, comma, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you in my life.
So what about just want you to know? Just want you to know I appreciate
how about I want you to know?
Yeah,
I want you to know. I want to let you know.
Yeah, I want to let you know. I want to let you know. I appreciate you. You might be able to just delete you might be able to delete in my life. And then it should make it pop, should make it a little bit bolder.
Got it. Posted.
There we go. If you want to throw an emoji at the end, Eric's just moved.
Now you say emoji after I post. Really? Now
yeah, exactly. That was my tactic, mate. It's the competition. I've got to be a bit dirty in this.
Killing me.
Right?
I already have 1 like. I have 2 likes. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Oh, there we go. Right.
Hey, now do you like your own posts?
What was that, mate?
Do you like your own posts?
No, I don't. But after a year, I do. So
after a year, I heard that if you like or love your posts, then other people that are friends with you see that you did that.
If you do it after maybe 20, 30 minutes, yeah, because it will bump it back up to the top of the newsfeed. Yeah. Just little hacks. And guys, you don't have to be perfect in order to get perfect results with this sort of stuff. You just have to do it. You just have to do it. So text only based posts under 85 characters. I've noticed that to be the most visible. I'm a big fan of that. I go on Google.
Where do you come up with all these clever? I have 20 likes and 4 comments so far. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it after 1 minute.
Where do I come up with them?
Well, yeah, these clever little thought-provoking things.
So I've been to now close to 1,600 events in my life since I was, come out of my mum's womb, right? And one thing my dad told me, he said, a short pencil is better than a long memory. So I took a short pencil every single where I went. I have a black book, which is turned into about 20 black books, which just has, and I'll never ever show anyone this book. And if the house was to burn down, the one thing outside of family that I would take out of the house is the black book. And I have millions of quotes. And what it's done is it's created that creative person, the creative brain that just sees, and hey, I love analogies. I love using it's kind of like to make it really, really simple for people to understand. So yeah, that's how I have all
right. So text-based posts, keep them under so the font stays big.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next?
About 85 characters.
What's the next type of post? Now with this post, I would post about your passion with this. In addition to I appreciate you and just general engagement. Red Ferraris are the greatest invention in the history of mankind.
And guys, go on Google Images and go red Ferrari quotes. Right? Yeah. If maybe something pops up, maybe something doesn't. Right? Maybe something does. And when I say quote,
if you try goat yoga, you'll get a Brucey bonus.
Come on. Get that Brucey bonus. I regret saying that. As soon as I said it, I was like, no.
Oh, you do not.
Yeah. But guys, sometimes just showing gratitude on social media.
Yeah.
It's just good to do.
Okay. So that's the one type. What's the second type?
Photos with a story attached to it. Too many people just post selfies and just post photos and just go like, I'm in Liverpool today. No. Tell why. Journal your story. Show your day-to-day. Instead of having a blog and going, right, I'm going to have professional photos, I'm going to get logos, I'm going to buy domains, I'm going to get hosting, I'm going to have a great blog. The attention's on social media. Journal every day. Just document your life. Post a story, all the photos you've taken throughout the day with your kids, with your dog, you walk and you work and you travel and you doing whatever. Pick your favorite one, post it, and tell the world why you're posting it. Now, when it comes to storytelling, the biggest key on storytelling, is make sure you share your struggle before you share your success. Don't share the view from the top of the mountain. Share the journey up to the mountain. Because if we're talking about red Ferraris, if I go, oh, hello, everybody, I've just got the keys to my new red Ferrari and I'm so excited about it, right? People are going, douchebag, right? Hate that guy. Now, if I was to say, I can't believe the day has finally come, or I have never imagined this would to happen. As a kid, I used to walk around with a red Ferrari, model in my pocket, and it would never leave my sight. Right? And one day I lost it, and I cried for the whole day. But eventually, one day, I decided to say yes to an opportunity that completely changed everything for me. It gave me passion, it gave me purpose, it gave me vision. And today, I've picked up the keys to my very own red Ferrari. If I can do it, you can too. See the difference there? People go, douchebag, hate that guy, to, wow, I'm inspired. Maybe I need to connect with this guy, right? Now, are you going to have those stories every single day? No. Does it have to be a red Ferrari story? No. I actually do text-only based posts because I can post them from the toilet, use my toilet technique, 4 or 5 times a week.
What's your toilet technique? One thing.
Toilet technique is a phone, a phone and the toilet, and a multitask. I'm not going to go into it too much more.
You're not taking pictures in there, are you?
Only selfies, yeah, and lives, yeah. Whilst I'm doing a Brucey bone, yeah, yeah.
No, it's called dropping. It's called dropping a Brucey.
Oh, no, we haven't gone there. That's going to be the second book. I think. Dropping a Brucey. Dropping a Brucey. There we go. I've got that noted. That's going to be an Amazon bestseller. That's going to be a New York Times bestseller. Yeah. Pre-order now, guys. Pre-order now. So one Facebook Live a week I do. Sorry, which is the third type, by the way. I've just gone ahead of myself. So the third type of Facebook Lives with value. And I believe
Facebook Live. So number 1 is text based. Yeah. Keep it so that the font is big. Number 2 is photos with a story.
Yeah.
And number 3 is Facebook Lives with value.
Yeah. So I am a great believer in posting once a day. I think since Facebook and Instagram stories come out, I think you share your highlights of the day. And then if you're someone who likes posting a lot of stuff, use the stories. Because again, coming back to the law of likability, the power of likability, if I post 5 times in a day, right? And when my friends log onto Facebook, are they going to see all 5 of my posts? No, but they might see one of my posts. And I would prefer to have I prefer to have 5 posts with 100 likes rather than 25 posts with 5 likes. Okay? So it's just the mindset of what are people thinking when they see your posts.
And can I add one more thing when it comes to posts?
100%.
Curate content.
Yeah.
Curate content that's not yours, that brings value around your passion. If it's traveling on a budget, post an article that some blog post or an article or a video or a tip or an idea that's not yours, or a book that has a good idea that's not yours, that brings value, that shows that you're generally curating content around this passion, and people can come here and get value, not just from you, but from other third-party sources. You become the thought leader in that particular passion when you curate content. If you're into Manchester United, just like Frazer Brookes is, then if you post interviews and articles and statistics and behind the scenes trade news and everything else about that, Frazer, like he's known around the world as a Manchester United super fan, then other super fans are going to come find value there.
Alex has got me on mute as well, I'm sure, so he can't even hear. No. Oh man, you're killing. Guys, write this down, and I want you to write this in the comments and screenshot it and never ever forget it. Okay, so if you're ready, I hope you're ready. Purpose beats perfect. Purpose beats perfect. Live life with a live life with purpose. Post on purpose as well, right? Don't aim to be perfect, because perfection is a myth. Progression beats perfection, but purpose beats perfect. All right. I'm not perfect. I was a massive loser. I still it's one of my morning routines is I put the L up to my head, look at myself in the mirror and say, remember, you've started the day as a loser. Next time I see you when you brush your teeth at night, make sure you come back a legend. And I have the L. It's one of my morning and evening rituals that I do. But you don't, every master was once a disaster. I think it was T. Harv Eker who said that, maybe someone who was even, lived beyond that, lived before that. But purpose beats perfect, right? So text-only based posts, very duplicatable because you can do them on the toilet, right? Everyone can do it, okay? Photos of the story, I do one, maybe two of those a week, right? 1 or 2 of those a week. You might have more, you might have less, but do try and get one a week out of that. Lives with value. Lives are where a lot of you guys are going to stumble because you don't know how to do them. We're not going to go into that. We're not going to go into that on this training. I believe Eric's got that lined up later on in the process. And I hope you're excited about that because it's a key gateway skill. It's how I got on the GoPro stage, right? It's how I connected with Eric through the lives, the influence I've been able to create with the lives. Okay. So that's step number 6, Eric.
Number 7?
Number 7 is what I call a social media rush hour. And I'm just going to really quickly share this one. I'm going to share my screen. It's understanding that you can get maximum leverage out of the time you're posting. So in the bottom right-hand corner, when you're on desktop, it says chat and there's a number. That number represents the people who are active on the messenger right now. So just law of averages, law of numbers, all of that sort of stuff. I will, throughout the day and throughout the week, I'll just come on and I'll just be aware of this number. So I'll be like, right, it's 6:20 here in Australia. Ignore all the stuff going on behind me. There's massive condensation on the sun's rising and it's very, very warm here. But I'll go, right, 6:20 on a Wednesday, 800 people are on. Right, then 12:30 on a Wednesday, there's 400 people on. So I will be aware of what's the busiest time when people are on social media. So a rush hour. Now, I don't want to post in the rush hour because it's a bit congested. I want to post half an hour before the optimum time so that when the rush hour is happening, people are coming on Facebook ready for rush hour and they see my post, ping, 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 ping. So then the law of likability increases and everything goes up from there, right? Now, that's why I don't like it when people say the best time to post on social media is this, this, and this. It's a load of rubbish because everyone is different. Right? If you're an Aussie, if you're from Australia and you live in the UK and all your friends listen in Australia, then you posting at midday or you posting at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, all your audience is asleep. So it's all different for everyone. So just be aware of your social media rush hour. Again, it's going to give you more power of your likability, which increases the cleanliness and the sexiness of your profile. And then number 8, Eric, is something that I love to do. And people find it boring, but I test and measure every post I do because it gives me feedback, right? Feedback is so important on social media. It gives me feedback on what my audience loves the most. So I would have a spreadsheet, and I'm gonna kind of share my screen again if you guys are cool with that. I'm just gonna really quickly do this. Come on, there we go. Right, share my screen. Forgot to share my screen. There we go. I'll come in here and I'll just go the post number 1, and I'll put a date on when I posted it. So the first of March. Let's just say, for example, I know it's not the 1st of March. Right. After 24 hours, I'll go, how many likes did it go? Got 10 likes, 3 comments, 2 shares. Okay? Then the next day, and so the next post, and so on and so on and so forth. Then the ones that have the most amount of engagement, I will actually save them. I'll make a note of them to be like, my audience loves it when I talk about social media. My audience loves it when I talk about red Ferraris. My audience loves it when I do a selfie, right? You've got to get good at that, because you then post more of what your audience loves and post less of what your audience hates. And you will notice that you will build a tribe of people extremely fast. And you will have a very, very tightly knit tribe of people who are just cranking it. They just love your post. They engage. They share. They message you, and that's the key, guys. So those are the 8 steps really to creating that having that Facebook facelift. The first 5 or 6 are things you can do right now, and the last 2 are really things to be aware of.
All right. Let me just recap those. And understanding your target market, figure out your passion. That's about you. You're going to attract people who are like you. Your profile photo, make sure that it's solid. Make sure that it reflects you, shows you in your best light. Your cover photo, using Canva or Fiverr, or if you have the chops to be able to do that, that also reflects your passions. The about me, really important. Clean up your timeline. Consistency is big, but also congruency is just as big, that your timeline is congruent with your passions. You can't talk about health and nutrition and show yourself drunk and out of control or whatever. 3 types of posts: the text only, keep the font large, a photo with a story, Facebook Live. I would add the 4th type, which is curated content related to your passion. I think that brings you tons of credibility as a thought leader. 7 is social media rush hour, going in that rush hour. And 8 is to test and measure, figure out what your rush hour is, and to test and measure everything that you're doing. Let me just give you an update on the post that you told me to post. I posted that 14 minutes ago, I think, 15 minutes ago. What do we have? We have 238 likes, 44 comments. Boy, that's why is it only showing 4 comments there? Huh? I'm going to refresh. Oh, because it's 44 comments here. So yeah, that's quite a bit. 15 minutes, 238 and 45.
And no one's gonna share that, guys. So like, obviously, no one's gonna share something like that.
Why would you? Right?
Yeah, why would you? So it's
Not
just
shareable.
one of those posts.
Just a personal thing.
There we go. Oh, nice. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad.
All right, so now we're going to hand control over to you, to your screen, to pull up some profiles, and we're going to put some people on the hot seat. They don't know that they're going to be put on the hot seat right now, but we're putting them on the hot seat, and they volunteered. These were not victims we've chosen without their volunteering it. And let's start going through some and offer some suggestions to them.
Yeah, let's do it. So, Eric, if you're cool with this, everyone we kind of select, I will send a copy of my book out to them.
Oh, great.
If you're cool with that, just as a thank you for me, kind of, guys.
We can call it a Brucey bonus.
Brutal for your benefit, right? Tough love, Oh, for God.
I dare you is a Brucey bonus.
Guys, thank you so much for watching today. Right.
This is how memes are created.
That's very true, mate. That's very true. So Janet Culler is going to get the Brucey boat, the first ever Brucey bonus that's ever been given in network marketing.
And can you zoom in just a bit on her so we can get a fuller screen?
Yeah, let me go. Is that good?
A little more.
Yeah?
One more. Perfect.
Wow. Okay. So the first thing that pops out, and guys, if you've been following the training, you've been making notes, right, to teach this. Remember, always make notes to teach it to other people as well. Help others. You'll notice that, and again, Janet, I'm going to be brutally honest, but it's for your benefit. The first photo is obviously you and the dog, which first of all tells me that you're a dog lover, right? But if I come down and I see the thumbnail, it just looks like it just looks like a dark mess, right? So I would massively change this. It's very clear to me straight away that you're a dog lover. So I would change this just of you. Remember, no distracting background, no distracting foreground, closer up, good lighting, whites of your eyes, whites of your teeth, right? No partners, no pets, no children, just you. So that's the first thing I would change on this one. The second thing, look at this, guys. So more than 50% of the volume of the page is the cover photo. But what do we know about Janet by looking at this photo? It's one word, nothing, right? So Janet, I don't know anything about you by looking at this photo, okay? I know it's peaceful, it's zen, it's chilled, it's green, but I would prefer to see a photo of you and your dog. So maybe on Fiverr or Canva has, you and your dog, and it says Janet Culler, dog lover. I love dogs, but I'm not too sure what type of dog that is. Maybe instead of dog lover, it's lover of boxer. It looks like a boxer dog, actually. Lover of boxer dogs. Okay. So now people are coming over to your page and they're going, great. She loves dogs. Me too. I love dogs. Okay. So change the profile, change the cover. Let's get rid of that. Change the cover. Now, intro. Mom, entrepreneur, empowering women, mentor, love, health, and wellness. There's a lot going on. Right? Guys, apologies if anything pops up there. Mom, entrepreneur. So here I would go on a mission. I get a lot of notifications. On a mission to help, blah, blah, blah. On a mission, let's think of one. On a mission to create more happy homes with their dogs or something like that, right? You can kind of create your own one, but on a mission to, or helping other people to spend more time with their dogs, whatever it might be. So that's the third. Sorry, guys. That's the third thing. The fourth thing is add in where you live and add in where you're from. Okay, because it's empty. It's empty. So, like, I've come on here. I have no idea what's going on. And again, Janet, I'm being completely honest, and it's for your benefit. Would I, or would you guys, let me know in the comments, would you guys click the add friend button? Would you? I'm going to guess that you wouldn't. Okay. However, if you make those few changes, Janet, right? Chances are I would. And this is what I'm going to do for you, Janet, as a Brucey bonus. If you message me once you've made the changes, I will review it again for you. All right. If you message me once you've made the changes, I will then review it again for you to make sure it's perfect. And then maybe, Eric, I can screenshot it and I can send it into the group just to see the before and after or something like that.
Can you take a look at her posts too? And she puts her dog there, and we're not necessarily sure that that's her passion.
Yeah.
And I would say it looks a little too like a couple for the dog,
yes.
even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever that passion is, do that. And when you take a look at the photos, even when you scroll down, you see the photos that are in the profile, or it's just like look at this live of this person. It's not what you see up at the top of that page.
Exactly. So
look at this. I mean, completely total, night and day difference.
Yeah. So even this, right? Like an up-to-date version of this, like that's a better profile photo.
Yeah.
Or this one, right? That's a better one. Mm-hmm. You can see straight away. So we love our dogs, we love our pets, but yeah, it's a passion of ours and not our life with our profile photo. In terms of the posting, I mean, there's nothing wrong, but there's no theme really. It's just kind of like random photos. These would be more of like stories. So like, hey, we're just waiting to get on the plane. You know, he looks awesome. I love him. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
put that stuff into stories, not into posts, right?
Exactly. It's not really a highlight of the day, but look at this. You can track. So people seem to like it. There's 37 likes on that one. There's 62 likes on that one. So great job. There's 54 on that one. So the selfies, people love it, Janet, when they see your face, right? They're loving it when they see your face here. And a lot of people do, right? So that straight away says to me, post more selfies. People like that about you. And maybe post less of just random shots as well. Like that one that's got 5 likes, right? And it's just a photo of someone's back, right? So I think that's the first one pretty much nailed on. Eric?
Let's go to the next one.
All right, let me stop my screen share because I've got people's links and I don't want to. All right. So let's go share. Let me go there. All right. So Sven Hageman. Oh, Sven's added me as a friend. Nice one, Sven. So Sven, if you message me, I will send you a copy. I don't know if it's better for them to just send me a message and I'll sort it. Or
sure, no problem.
Yeah, be cool with that. All right, cool. So Sven, first and foremost, great profile photo. That's a good one. You look cool, man. And look at the thumbnail as well. It's striking, light background, dark shirt, smile. Guys, this is a really good example. This is a good one.
But Frazer, what I would say is closer would be better.
Closer would be better.
I mean, when you see it shrunken down, there's a difference. I'd like to see, if you zoomed in on that, you could see something, you know what I mean, like you just did there. That would be better for all the different thumbnails on all the different profiles.
Yeah, let's give that a love. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great point. Really good point. But in this thumbnail here, it strikes out, it pops out. So if people eventually, when you're commenting, Sven, on posts on the newsfeed and stuff, people are going to start to see this face. And they're going to see the face next to the name, face next to the name, face next to the name, and they're going to start to see you more, and power like ability kicks in. Okay. Now, I think Sven, if you're watching this training, what I'm about to say, that beach looks very appealing, and I kind of, I'm literally not too far away from that sort of vibe right now here in Australia. Sorry. But it doesn't tell me anything about you. It might tell me like, oh, you like a beach, but that's it. So I would change that. I would get another photo of you. I would put Sven Hageman. Sorry if I'm butchering your name there. I do that a lot. And then say world traveler. If you like travel, world traveler, or you just put things that's
whatever
more
the
about
specific passion.
Specific passion, right? So people can get to know. I like this dude. Cool, looks warm. It looks good. I like what his passion is because that's similar to me.
And Frazer, is there ever a time when you would put on a mission to or helping people up in the cover photo?
Yes, I would on's you've got that kind of influence cranking. Yeah, if it's nice, short, to the point, and you mention it, like if you, like for example, Eric's is my wish for you is you decide to become a network marketing pro. All of that. That could be in there if you guys have that, and when you do your lives, you sign off on that, so it becomes part of your brand, right? It becomes part of your brand. People all over the world, millions and millions of people all over the world, they know Eric's slogan at the end because they were so used to him saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. It's part of his brand. Okay. But yeah, I say my mission all the time and it matches up on my bio, my profile. So, don't wait for tomorrow. Make your tomorrow today. I love it. I love your vibes, Sven. But again, I'm going to go brutal. It doesn't tell me anything about you. And the lion emojis, it doesn't tell me anything about you either. Maybe you like lions, I don't know. But this would be better on a mission to help other people, make their today their tomorrow instead. Big difference, but such a small change to make. But relate it back to your passions. Again, always relate it back to your passions. and the mission. People will fall in love with people who are on missions. They really, really do. Okay. Let's have a look here. There's probably too much going on here. Like, just looking at it makes me I've got a bit of a headache just looking at it. So I would just get rid of it. So just have from this place, lives in Hamburg, I would get rid of went to school. I don't really think anyone really cares about what school you go to these days. Maybe they do. My experience has never been so. So I personally would get rid of the education stuff and just have, you're from there, you live there, and where it says self-employed and works at Sven Hagemann, I would say CEO at Sven Hagemann, or director at Sven Hagemann, or founder at Sven Hagemann, because people would just see the word CEO and it's just appealing. People just say, oh, he looks like he's got things cranking. He owns his own company, owns his own business. In reality, you just own a fan page. But we all do own our own business. Network marketers, you have your own business. So you are the CEO of your own life. You're the CEO of your own, your own future and destiny. Then let's have a look. Posts. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing I prefer to just see a selfie and you writing a story. Like today, I ran 9.17 kilometers. Progression beats perfection. I wouldn't necessarily have that. Facebook don't like it when there's photos with words on top like that. They don't like it. Most probably because they don't like to not be in control of what's on it. There is actually a tool I'm going to give you right now, guys. If you go onto Google and just type in Facebook image tool, right? There is a tool, text overlay tool, that if you've got a post that has like images in it, like if you've got an image, then it has text on top of it, words on top of it, you can upload it and it will give you like an okay, a low, a medium, or a high. Now it's for ads, but the same rule applies. If there's a lot of text, it'll say, no, there's too many text in here. Your ad may not run. It basically means your post won't get very much reach. Just bear that in mind. But yeah, let's have a look. Weakness and strength. There's a live on there. Keep doing it with your live. Sven, stay consistent. Stay consistent. Your audience will not consistently grow, but if you consistently do your posts, your audience will find one of the posts and it will go ping. You'll have spikes from your consistency.
Frazer, let me ask you a couple questions. I see he has the emotion thing on his different posts. He's feeling curious, is feeling chill, is feeling this or that.
Good spot.
Is that helpful? Not?
You know what, Eric? It's the one thing I've never tested. It's the only thing on social media I've not tested. So I wouldn't want to make it up. I've not noticed the difference. But I've not tested it with more than 10 posts. I've done it with like 2 or 3, but I've not seen a big difference.
All right, just curious.
Yeah, just
nice. I'm just feeling curious.
Just feeling curious.
Just feeling
right?
satisfied.
Just feeling right. But Sven, keep testing it, man. Keep testing it. Loving the vibe, loving this, giving value. Cool title. Just keep doing it, mate. Keep doing it. You're on the right path. Just keep going. Just make those changes we spoke about. It will make a difference. All right. Congrats, mate. That's good stuff. Okay. Next one. I got 2 more noted, but we can do more if we need, Eric. I know we're conscious of.
Well, we'll stop in about 15 minutes. We'll put an end to it. Just
all right, awesome.
Time.
Jennifer Campbell Schuler. So, Jennifer, congrats. I will send you a copy of the book. If you're watching this, please message me. I don't like randomly messaging people. So, if you randomly message me, you've got a reason for it, and I can get your details and send you on the books over. Okay, so black and white photos are a big no-no on profiles, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, and here's why. On the thumbnail, it just, again, because it's so small, it just looks like a shadow, right? It just looks like it's just a bit messed out, right? So just bear that in mind, because color is fun. Color is energy. Color is attracting and appealing. If it was a black and white photo and you had a red jacket on, Then if there was a way you could have it black and white and the red jacket, that might get a bit of attention. But black and white photo, there's two tones. It's a bit of a, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. So we could change that. Again, I'm going to be honest. I'm brutally honest. And I did notice there is a company name in this one, guys. So please, like the safe zone.
No, it's fine. And there's going to be company names in these reviews, and that we're all big boys and big girls. That's fine.
Great, awesome. So the cover photo, it doesn't. And I guess that if I was to go onto the mobile version, Jennifer's head would be cut off because it kind of, it's with the ends are cut off on the mobile version because of the dimensions, which I spoke about at the beginning. But this doesn't tell me anything again, Jennifer. And it's a common mistake. It's a big real estate. It's a huge billboard that everyone's going to see. And they don't know what to do. It's like having a cinema and the billboard outside the cinema where people are looking to go, oh, what's on at the movies? And it just has a photo of, a lake. It's like, what is that? Okay. So change that. Get things more about you. So profile photo, cover photo, bio about me. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot. You've obviously mentioned your company name. I advise, and I know it's probably going to be against popular opinion, I advise you getting rid of that. I really, really do. Because people will just, if they say, oh, yeah, I've heard that before, or they Google it, they won't want to add you and won't want to be your friend. All right? And connect with you. So I would change this as well to on a mission to motivational speaker, wife. Yeah, on a mission to empower people through whatever it might be. But again, it's hard. It's very hard for me to see what your passion is because there's a lot going on. Motivation looks like one of the key ones from this. But yeah, lives from, I would put CEO at, and then your name or like what it is you're doing, the movement that you've got going on. So those are the obvious ones. When you're writing a post, don't use big blocks of paragraphs, right? It's like a copywriting thing. So we are gearing up for a big birthday week in the Schiller house. Enter. So line. I love celebrating. Line. Our oldest and youngest. Line. Right? Because there's something called the see more button. You guys have seen that when there's a little bit of text and it says see more. If people click the see more button, it tells Facebook that your audience want to read the post. They're intrigued by the post. And when a ton of people do that, right? See more, right? It tells Facebook, oh, people love this post. We need to show this to more people. Okay? And when you just do blocks of paragraphs, it doesn't come as much. Okay? Just bear that in mind. That's an awesome photo. Love that. All right? But you've got some good stuff coming on with your engagement. I've never been a fan of sharing albums. I've always seen I usually take a load of photos and show my highlight and then obviously do the rest in the stories. I've just noticed that it doesn't get as much visibility when you share an album, although this one's done well. This is all pretty good. It's hard for me to tell because I don't know what your passion is because of the beginning, the top part of your profile. If that makes sense. But you got an awesome smile. You got a wicked smile. I prefer to see that as a headshot of your hair instead of that. Right? People are going to connect with it more. You might want to use this photo in the cover photo and, then say what you're passionate about. It's just a little tweak. And again, Jennifer, offering you the same. If you make the changes, when you make the changes and the tweaks, message me. I'm more than happy to review. As well. All right. Go back to my notes here. Let's go. This was one that not many people do, but it's important to note. Right. So, having your name, having your profile with two people is a massive no-no. It's a massive no-no because it takes away an element of trust almost instantly because the person has no idea who they're talking to. They have no idea. And then there's that element of like, are they real people? Because I don't know. Am I talking to the husband? Am I talking to the wife? Well, it's always the wife. Yeah, but the husband's name in there. So I don't want to send like photos of me, I don't want to say like, hey, here I am, because what happens if the husband's looking at it? It's just a bit weird. So don't Melody Reese.
How about hyphens? When people
you mean
are
like double barrel
doing, they want to keep their maiden name, because other people know them as that. But now they got this big long hyphenated name.
I'm cool with that.
Mary Johnson, Jones, Abramovich.
Brucey.
It's just like to me, it seems like it's too much. Whatever they're actually going as is probably what they should do, and attract their following. In my personal opinion, but
I hear you on that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying on that. Yeah, that's fair dues. I think it's fine. It's just clean is better. It just really is.
Clean and you're talking to a person, a real person.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And hey, my name's spelt weird. My name is Frazer, and it's with a Z, and a lot of people spell it with an S and with an I as well because of the TV show. And a lot of people can't often find me on social media. But that's my name, so I'm running with it, right? It's depends on the name, I suppose, right? Yep. So again, which one's Melody? I guess it's the one in the middle, but it could be this is Melody and this is Ryan, I would guess. But there's a bit too much going on. So look again at the thumbnails. It's like it doesn't stand out as much. It'll make a big difference. It really, really will.
And it shows you also when there's not really great light.
Yeah,
you can't. Like if you take your son's photo on the left hand side of that cover photo, if that was a close up thumbnail, it shows his personality. It's nice and bright. It's lit up well. I mean,
yeah, spot on.
A mom version of that.
Yeah, exactly. Now I love this photo, and I think a lot of the guys who are watching this would agree that it's a brilliant photo. There's so much love in this photo, and it shows people that you have a family, but you're missing. They need to see you again, right? So it needs to be it could be something, a photo like that one. Just get your family in, right? So you and your family, and that's fine. People will see you're a family person. You might not even need text on that one because it's so obvious that person's a family person. Bingo, easy. I'm a family person too.
But it's not enough of a brand. I mean, next week we're going to be talking about how do you build your brand, and we're going to really go specific on that so they can get really, really clear on their messaging, on all their photos and all the messages around them. But being a mom is not enough of a brand.
Being a mom is not enough as a brand.
What kind of a mom? Is it a mom on a mission? Is it a
mom on a mission? Mom on business?
Something more specific than just mom. Because it's just too generic. What really is your passion? How specific can we get? And then how can we brand you as that? That you can naturally talk about and curate and post about in order to be able to attract your natural audience. That's the key, I think.
Yeah. The movement is not a movement of mums. It's a movement of mums who are XYZ.
Yeah, on a mission too. Or helping people.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, this is good. And Melody and Ryan, again, I'm being brutally honest. And I hope you're taking this as positive feedback and you're going to implement and change it. So, from South Bend, but where do you live? Right, I would like to see where you live. You haven't got a bio here, so throw that in. Right, so throw your bio in there. On a mission to, help mums. Blah blah blah. On a mission to help mums. Yeah, that's what I would add in. I would add in. So you've got what you used to do. I don't mind this, but sometimes there's a lot going on. People are like, wow, they do so many different things. And if you were to go to an interview, if the CEO of your network marketing company was to come on and was to interview you to join the business, and they would say, right, let's see how reliable these people are. And they would see that you've done 4 or 5 different things, or you're doing 3 or 4 different things at the moment. Would they hire you or not? Probably not. Right? Why is it that you jump from thing to thing to thing? Okay, so bear that in mind because people want to find reliable people. It's one of the reasons. It's the R of the acronym viral, reliable. Right? That's how
even if it's just like right now, what she's putting there is all about interior and interior design. what she's currently doing in her previous things. That might be her passion. So if it shows a progression, that you were a manager, then you were a director, then you were a vice president, then you were a CEO.
Yeah,
that's one story. But if it's bouncing around as a designer, that's a different story. And that designer thing, what you're doing right now, might not even represent your passion. Your passion.
I'm glad you went.
Yeah, your passion might be something completely different.
But imagine now. So let's say it is Melody and Ryan. If it is your passion, then imagine people know that, and then you start putting polls up. So you start putting polls up about, hey guys, I'm working on a project. What would be your preferred one? This and this. And then people start tuning in to your lives where you're talking about color coordinations on interior design and stuff. And then you start having conversations with people who are looking to remodel their home. What do people need to be able to remodel their home? Money. What have you got the opportunity for them to do? Earn money. Or maybe to remodel their home, I can see you're into the oils game. Maybe they need like a good smell and it's good for that. You can offer them a product for that. So that,
like you said, you had the disconnect between the owner designer and, can you put up the screen so I can see it? And the naturally healthy with essential oils.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing, but we're getting there. Like if that is her passion, then now guys, how can you go from having a passion of interior design to being able to build a business? Well, we just kind of mapped it out quite easily there. It happens. You can turn your passion into profit big time, especially if you've got a vehicle, and network marketing is the best vehicle for it. So big mistake here, Melody, and I'm glad that we're using your one. First of all, you've got the products itself. People don't care what the product is, they care what it does. I don't care what the ingredients of a Nurofen is. I know, but I care what it does. It helps relieve my headache, right? I don't care what it is. People don't want to know what it is. They want to know what it does, okay? And also, you've got a link. Now, having a link in a post will mean that you will get very limited engagement. Facebook do not want to see links, even if it's Facebook links. It's just messy. It's a bit, I really wouldn't do this.
I see people putting links in the comments.
Links in the comments.
That?
Yeah, links in the first comment is okay if you're going to throw a link in there. It's just groups like people click. I just don't like it, to be honest with Eric. But links in the comments is better. You've got obviously the company name is in there as well, so people can Google that. I would prefer one photo than two, just because again it reduces. So here we've got a link that's going to reduce the visibility. We've got two photos, like an album, that's going to reduce visibility, and then we've got a lot of text on the image that's going to reduce visibility.
But even with this particular post, Frazer, it's like. And let me see it. Sorry. So it would be better to tell a story about how oils helped you to manage your emotions.
Yeah.
With some photo that represented that. Then the direct, hey, I have this business, come figure it out. It's better to just say, I used to struggle with this. I used to have this challenge, and now I don't anymore, and I'm super grateful. And leave it alone, because then people will reach out to you.
It's a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think what I'm going to kind of finish on here, because I know on for the time, is that you've got. I've just completely forgot my trail of thought there. You've got to really be conscious of understanding that attraction marketing is not the first step of building your business. It's warm market, cold market, establishing your tribe, then attraction marketing will come in, and then it's finding the influencers, right? It's a process. It's a sprint that's going on in the marathon process. You sprint to your warm market. Once you've done that, you sprint to your cold market. Then whilst you're doing that, you get to find your tribe, and then attraction marketing kicks in. If you join network marketing to be successful, just through attraction marketing, I'm not going to bother contacting my friends and family. You're going to find it frustrating. frustrating. It's going to be very frustrating. But you got to go through your contacts first. Please, please, please make sure you go through your warm market list to get the skill. The money is not necessarily in the list, but the money is in the skill that you create from the list. The skill of rejection, the skill of objection, the skill of everything else. There's a great book out there for that, and it's called GoPro. Yeah, it's a good book. Go get it. I'm sure you have. In fact, I know you have because you're in this group.
Well, listen, we covered a lot of ground today, but let me give you a little bit of encouragement. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, you've taken too many notes, and you're like, oh, what do I do? Next week, we're going to drill down, because one of the biggest questions I get is, I don't know how to identify my brand. I don't know how to build, identify my passions. I'm going to go through this very specific workshop that I use for personal coaching clients to help them establish their brand. Okay. So I'm going to help you do that step by step by step. I'm very good at helping you unlock your brand and then put that to light inside of your social media profiles. What I would encourage you to do, and I know Frazer would do the same thing, is just start. The learning is in the doing. Try to get better every single day. Pay attention to what works. It's like, I've tried so many things over the course of 10 years, and one overarching principle holds true. And that overarching principle is this: if you really give a damn about your community, about people who believe what you believe and like what you like and have passions similar to your passions, and if you're consistent in bringing value, they'll forgive every mistake in the world. They'll forgive low production value. They'll forgive inconsistency. They'll forgive all kinds of stuff. If you just are in the game and putting out stuff. I am one of the least disciplined people you'll ever meet. And yet, people view me as one of the most prolific producers of content ever in our profession. How do those two things go together? My passion causes me to do things that I normally would put off. My connection with you causes me to do things that I normally would put off. What he talked about here, even just pick one thing. If you just take the 3 types of posts and add the 4th, really good, thought-provoking, short-form text only, a photo with a story that relates to your audience, a live with a story that relates to your audience, or some value-related content, and curated stuff, articles, other people, interviews, videos, audios, book recommendations, anything that your audience would find valuable. Those 4 things, you start there, then we can clean up, we'll figure the passion out. We can clean up the profile photo. We can clean up the about me and all that stuff over time. Understand, if we can get better just a little bit every day or every week even, a year from today, your social media game can be astronomical. But taking what he just shared with you, what we've just shared together, you should have a good framework in order to be able to go out and make something happen in your business. That's our goal here. And next week, we're going to be talking about how to build a personal brand. But before I wrap this up, I want to throw up Frazer one more time. Author of I Dare You, dear friend of ours, member of GoPro Academy as well, to have the last word. Frazer, go ahead.
Guys, network marketing works 100% of the time for 100% of people who give it the time. You've got to give it the time. And I believe there's 3 kind of stages of learning. There's learning through books, which is the easiest step to get on. Obviously, I've got a book, Eric's got a book, both great books, if I could do say so myself. Number 2 is go to events, your company events, get to GoPro 10, come on, get there. That's the next step. The value you get is insane. The 3rd step is mentorship. And the quicker you can get up the ladder to mentorship, and the quicker you can figure out it, because remember guys, it's who, not how, right? The who, being Eric, especially in this group, will get you to where you want to get to. Have a personal vision, right? The company will have a vision, have a personal vision. have massive belief in what you're doing, and find the person who you want to learn from. 1 or 2, no more. Don't get distracted. There's a lot of noise out there. Learn from Eric. Put it into action, right? This community, don't go and try and find the magic unicorn bullet. This is that. This is the place where you want to be. This is the place that's going to help you grow. And this will become, I mean, I've got a community, so it's bad for me to even say this, but this will likely be the biggest community in network marketing, right? Likely. It would likely be the biggest one. Because the value is insane. We've just done a 2-hour live, and that's worth thousands of dollars. All right? Just bear that in mind. The value here is insane. So, Eric, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate you. Congratulations again on hitting that 10 years generic and obviously 31 years. Oh, yeah, it's a long time doing this. I know how tough it is. So, I appreciate you.
Let me throw, I appreciate you too. Let me throw in one more comment, and that is this. A lot of you are like, oh my God, I wanted you to pick me. I wanted you to do the profile, the makeover of mine. You're a better coach than you give yourself credit for. What I would encourage you to do, pick any person inside this GoPro Academy and go look at their profile, and you review their profile like Frazer just reviewed the other profiles. And you're going to realize, and then once you do that 3, 4, 5 times, now go review your own profile. And give yourself the own critical look. What can I do step by step with all these things that we talked about? What can I do in order to be able to clean my profile up and to get it more congruent with my passion? You're a better coach than you give yourself credit for. All right. So next Wednesday, this was a special because Frazer's traveling tomorrow. He was going to be in the air. Next Wednesday, which whatever that date is, March 20th. We're going to be talking about the personal brand, how to build your personal brand online. Step by step, I'm going to have some special guests. I can't tell you who they are yet, but I'm going to be sharing what I've learned, plus some special guests offering you some suggestions on how to do the same thing, world-class information. If you want to upgrade to become a platinum member inside of GoPro Academy, all you have to do is go to networkmarketingpro.com/platinum or contact our office. You can contact Jeff at networkmarketingpro.com. You can upgrade to an annual subscription. You get 2 months off. You get a live ticket to either GoPro Recruiting Mastery or The Most Powerful Women, or a live streaming ticket to both as kind of bonuses for doing that. The Platinum group is growing, which is great. We got some special stuff designed for them. That's it. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time.